Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune, brings you a webinar on Importance of Indian and Foreign Languages. We are multilingual to connect globally in various languages by our speaker, Kelkar, to conduct virtual educational and cultural exchange programs. Our chairman, Shivaji Parmar, has inspired and inspired us to boost students' confidence and to promote languages, to open doors to career opportunities. Let's begin with today's interesting webinar.
Anjali ma'am, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to one and all present here. It is my privilege and honor. It is my privilege and honor that on behalf of Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, I welcome you all for another interesting and informating webinar on importance of Indian and foreign languages. Learning any language provides many benefits like greater academic achievement, greater cognitive development, and positive attitude towards other languages and cultures. In the 21st century that we are living in, being bilingual to brief us about the school activities that go on at the campus of Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School. Over to you, Mansi ma'am. Over to you, Mansi ma'am.
Welcome you for yet another interesting webinar. I am extremely happy to welcome Dr. Savita extremely I'm extremely happy to welcome Dr. Savita Kelkar, who is Prabandhak at Deccan Education Society and has recently received Order of Merit by Federal Republic of Germany. As said by someone, a language is a reflection of the character and growth of its speaker. It is very important for all of us to learn new languages so that we can learn the literatures written by the eminent philosophers and writers. We at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School commenced a unique venture of virtual educational exchange program with countries like Philippines, Brazil, Kenya, South Korea, and Egypt. A very strategic initiative launched with the efforts of our chairman, Shri Subhashji. Learn about different cultures and traditions across the globe. Our school successfully hosts one of the most prestigious competition in Pune city, that is Inter-School Compescale Championship for last 10 years to promote students to develop their digital skills and solve problems faced by the society. Today, our eminent speaker, Dr. on developing and promoting us for such initiative. I'm sure we all are going to have a great session today. Thank you. Over to you, Anjali ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my privilege to introduce our today's special speaker, our expert guest speaker, Mrs. Dr. Savita Kelkar. Dr. Savita Kelkar, ma'am, has completed her master's in German and is a 2 times master's in education. Ma'am holds a PhD degree, which is based on a study which is specially designed model for students participating in the cultural exchange program and which inculcates personalized communication skills too. Ma'am has been organizing exchange programs and study tours for the past 27 years. Ma'am has been teaching German in Ferguson College for the past 35 years. She has received a scholarship of the Goethe Institute for a refreshers course for teachers in Munich in the year 1992 and in Bremen and Rostock in the year 2008. Savita ma'am has 6 research papers published at the international level. Dr. Savita Kelkar is the author of the books Gaganla Pank Nave in Marathi and Chulo Asman in Hindi. These books are also available in the Braille language. Ma'am works specially for the visually impaired students. Ma'am is the first lady life member of the Deccan Education Society, and she is also the first Prabandhak of Deccan Education Society. Ma'am has received the Order of Merit from the President of the Federal Republic of Germany. Dr. Savita Kelkar has received the Adarsh Shikshak Rajya Puraskar at the hands of then Chief Minister Honorable Prithviraj Chavan on 5th of September 2013 at Kolhapur. Ma'am, it is our honor to have you amongst us today. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Mrs. Kelkar. Thank you, ma'am.
So just bear with us because the internet connection is a bit unstable, but I know this is a new normal nowadays. And we have developed a lot of patience. Who is going to run the presentation? Yeah, we will be running the presentation. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me thank Vijay Vallabh School's Marulkar Madam and the chairman Subhash Parmar sir and the management team for giving me this opportunity to have a dialogue with you. My today topic is be a multilingual, easy to communicate and connect globally, a bridge between cultures. In the first slide, you can see in an Indian student and German student, and both of them wearing saris, And it was just wonderful that the Germans came here and they also started wearing our clothes. So it is really wonderful. In the second slide, you can see, when I visited Japan and also I got a chance to visit Germany. Next slide, please. Third one, please, not the first one. Third one, yeah, thank you. I know we all love stories, so let me tell you a short story. Schooling days, she had many friends who spoke Kannada. She used to listen to them, and although she had very limited knowledge of Kannada, the language, she slowly started to speak and understand this new language. She also watched a few Kannada movies with her friends and could understand those a bit. This communication helped her in better understanding of their culture, but of course it was difficult to read the script as it was in Dravidian and not in Devanagari. As we all know, these are different scripts. Okay. See, you can see the place Khanapur and its railway station. It's a beautiful, lovely small town. This girl then went to learn and explore more foreign languages and now is a professor for German at a reputed college in Pune. This girl was me, and that hunger for building bridges to overcome communication gaps still exists. I was fortunate to grow up in a household that was multilingual in nature. When my father was a student, he did his schooling at Morbi in Gujarat. He and his siblings studied in a Gujarati medium school whenever the brothers and sisters used to come together. Unknowingly, they used to start speaking in Gujarati. Because of this and its similarity to Hindi, I could understand Gujarati fairly well. Another asset that I learned early on in my life was English. My youngest maternal uncle, that is Mama, did his dentistry and went to London for his further studies. After his studies, he met a British lady and married her. So whenever they came to India, we tried to speak English with her. Even today, we are very close to each other. When I look back, I realized that it was not only the language which played an important role, but also the culture, food, and in fact, Lakshmi Baramma, Nammani Bhagyada Lakshmi Baramma. It was such a lovely bhajan. Similarly, we also like eating undio and khaman from Gujarat. So, we all are lucky as Indians that we have so many dishes. kinds of cheese from the UK and Europe, and it was very interesting to taste these new things. Our uncle told us that in the beginning, we might not, though we could hardly speak English at that time, we spoke with our hands and feet, so to say, wildly gesturing so that we could express what we felt, and she tried her best to communicate with us with more than just words. She even learned how to make typical Maharashtrian dishes like sabudana khichdi. You can see here how yummy it looks, right? Thus, finally, if you look into the slide, what is important is listening, understanding gestures and facial expressions that helps you to learn a new language, and thus helps also to bridge a gap between two cultures. You know, language is important, but also facial expressions and verbal and non-verbal communication is very, very important. You know, when we are speaking, we also make faces, or we are happy, we are unhappy. So it's not only words which matter, but also your expressions, they play a very, very important role. My eldest kaka, that is uncle, was a well-traveled businessman. Upon returning from one of his business trips from Japan, he brought back a kimono and geta, that is special Japanese footwear, you know, that are worn with the dress. I still remember the joy which I got when I wore that dress. I wore that dress in a fancy dress competition. His Japanese words did impress me then, though I could not make out their meaning per se. He also visited Germany, and when he came back, he spoke about their advanced technology and development and narrated about the punctuality and hard work of the Germans. This was instrumental in bringing Germany close to my heart and later unknowingly became my career. The curiosity of understanding a foreign language and a foreign culture and inculcating it in our own helped sow the seeds for my career, which I pursued in the future. As I was growing up, all these factors played a very, very important role in the formation of my personality and shaping of my professional life. Now let us find out why language is so important. According to Kelsley Holmes, communication is a core component of any society, and language is an important aspect of that. As language began to develop, different cultural communities put together collective understandings through sounds. Over time, these sounds and their implied meanings became commonplace and language was formed. Intercultural communication is a symbolic process whereby social reality is constructed, maintained, repaired, and transformed. As people with different cultural backgrounds interact, one of the most difficult barriers they face is that of language. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you know how many languages exist in the world? And how many languages are spoken in India? It's very, very interesting to know. Roughly 6,500 languages are spoken in the world today. Each and every one of them make the world a diverse and beautiful place. Sadly, some of these languages are less widely spoken than others. And in India, roughly 60 languages. We say languages or dialects change every 10 kilometers. So you can imagine there'll be many, many more languages, right? See here, you can see English is spoken by how many? Then Mandarin, then Hindi. So we should feel proud that Hindi is spoken by so many people, right? See, look at the Indian languages. There are so many: Bengali, Hindi, Maithili, and Nepalis, and Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. You know, we have so many languages and they are rich with culture also. So as an Indian, we all should feel very, very proud to be an Indian. Here I remember a film, namely English Vinglish by Gauri Shinde. The story is like that. A housewife and caterer, Shashi, is usually mocked by her family for not knowing English. Her attempt to learn the language helps her rediscover herself and reassert her values as a mother and a wife. It was a beautiful film, and late actor Sridevi has acted so well in this movie. If you haven't watched this movie, do watch. We have to always dream big. Only then we can achieve a lot. I am showing you a few slides by which you'll understand what all I could achieve. 35 years of teaching, visiting Germany 25 times as well as other countries, paper presentations in international seminars in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Sri Lanka, Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, so many places, Friends all over the world. And this, I think, very, very important. I have so many friends in India, in many states, and also abroad. In Parents Exchange Program, we planted a friendship tree in 2006 in Germany. It has become very big, and whenever I visit this place, we go and remember those days. We really get a nostalgic feeling. Through exchange, I could take the German students to meet our then President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Based on my and my students and German and Indian students' experiences, I published a book named Gaganala Pankalave. Because my visually impaired students could not read it, we published it again in Braille. And the publication was done by my dear visually impaired students, Mamata and Shivaji. I received the highest award for any civilian by the German government, that is the Order of Merit, which is given by the German president. So why you should learn German? As an example, I'm telling you about German, but it's applicable to all the languages because each language has some peculiarity. Because I'm teaching German, I'm quoting this as an example. There are 77 million native speakers. Official languages of Austria, Belgium, German, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, and Switzerland. Viewed as a lingua franca, as it bridges Central and Eastern Europe. People commonly refer to German as das Land der Dichter und Denker, a land of poets and thinkers. 13 Nobel Prizes in literature and 30 Nobel Prizes in physics awarded to German-speaking authors and scientists. German-speaking thinkers and artists include Goethe, Thomas Mann, Günter Grass, Hermann Hesse, Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, Schubert, Liszt, Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, and Wagner. There are many business opportunities. Second most used language in science. Third biggest contributor to investigations and offers places to study postdoctoral studies for international scientists. So why German? German is the most spoken language in Europe. English and German are in the same language family. The go-to language in academia. Make more money by learning German. Tap into a new internet community online. Make more German friends anywhere you go. And you can replace German with any language and you'll be getting many, many such opportunities. Need not be only German. As I told you, I'm just quoting this as an example. Expand your career opportunity like never before. So what is important in any language, Understanding people is very, very important when you learn a language. And for that, you have to consider the history, religion, philosophy, and lifestyle. They all go hand in hand, Be very open. Don't label immediately, saying that this is right and that is wrong. Try to understand the background and think that it is different than ours. Only then you learn a language quickly and simultaneously understanding people. And when you're learning a new language, for that you have to also understand our language thoroughly and our culture, our religion, our philosophy. Only then you can learn any new language. So understand people, and you can understand the people through love, values, tolerance. At the end, I'm going to teach you a song in 3 languages because I know we all love singing a song. So are you all ready to sing the song with me? Let's sing the song. That is in English and then German and Hindi. And German, I've given you the pronunciation also in our Devanagari so that you can also read that if you don't know German. So will you be repeating it after me?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
let's
definitely.
start. Thank you so much. So let's sing a song. If you miss the train
I am on, you will know that I have gone.
Okay, I think you just unmute, you mute because otherwise they will be getting echoes and then I'll just sing it and then afterwards you can repeat because there's a lot of echo I'm getting. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I have gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistles blow 100 miles. Ich bin meins, ich bin zwei, ich bin drei, ich bin vier, ich bin 500 Meilen weg von zu Haus. Weg von zu Haus, weg von zu Haus, weg von zu Haus, weg von zu Haus. Ich bin 500 Meilen weg von zu Haus. And we all know the Hindi version, it's very famous. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवाज. न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवाज. At the end, I would like to thank everyone for listening very patiently and thank you so much.
Vielen Dank, Frau Kelkar. So just because you are in the language session, I just thanked Mrs. Kelkar in German. Ma'am, it was indeed an amazing presentation by you. It was not only informative, but we got a peek through to into your personal life. And of course, through your presentation, I think everyone has come to know how languages, not only German and the other foreign languages, but even the Indian languages, how they have reached another pedestal all over the globe. And definitely, I personally believe it is only possible because of the eminent language trainers like you that we have, that the languages that we learn, or maybe they are the hidden subjects in the academics which are reaching the new heights. So thank you once again, ma'am. Now I would like to hand over the session to Suchitra, ma'am.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am. Good morning to all. It was a very informative presentation, Kelkar ma'am. Our students got to learn a lot from it. And your journey from being a teacher to receiving the highest merit from the German government has inspired everyone present today. Now we have few students who want to ask questions regarding topic. We have a parent with us, Mrs. Renu Jain. She has a question for Kelkar ma'am. So over to you, Mrs. Renu Jain.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Renu Jain and my son Yash Jain studying in Standard 6. Ma'am, my question to you is, what are the benefits of learning multiple languages from the very early age? Thank you.
इनका ये प्रश्न सभी के मन में होगा. यह पूछना चाहती है कि बहुत कम उम्र से कई भाषा सीखने के क्या फायदे हैं. Over to you, Kelkar ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Jain. It's very interesting question, and I would like to quote an example. My husband's cousin, Mr. Ram Kelkar, his father was in All India Radio, and they were posted everywhere. Like they were in Ratnagiri, but they were also in Calcutta. Then they were also in Gujarat. So during that period, he tried to learn different languages. Like he can speak Bengali very well. He can speak also Gujarati, and of course Marathi, English, and Hindi. These are the basic things. And now he's in Chicago, and he has so many friends, because of his Bengali and Gujarati as additional languages. He has friends from the US, but also from India. So all over the world, if you know languages, then it really helps. So try to learn as many languages as you can. Mrs. Jain, जो अपनी भाषाएं हैं ना, हिंदी हो या मराठी हो या गुजराती हो, कोई भी, हमें गर्व होना चाहिए कि ये हमारी मातृभाषा है। और मातृभाषा के साथ हमारा कल्चर भी जुड़ता है, हमारी एटिकेट्स है। और पता है सब जगह में, यानी कि वर्ल्ड में लोगों को बहुत अचरज होता है कि हमारे वैल्यूज क्या है। सो वो हमें फॉलो करने का प्रयास करते हैं। जब मैं एक्सचेंज में जाती हूँ तो उनको मालूम पड़ता चाहिए, वो मुझे पूछते कि ये बिंदी क्यों आप लगाती हो, ये मंगलसूत्र आप क्यों पहनती हो। तो हमारा जो कल्चर है और हमारी लैंग्वेज, we should feel very proud of our culture, and only then you should try to learn a foreign language. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
आपने जो कई भाषाएं सीखने के फायदे बताए, उन्हीं से बच्चा बड़ा होकर बहुत अच्छा मुकाम पाएगा। Now moving towards our next questions from Mokshi Jain. Over to you, Mokshi.
Good morning to one and all. Myself, Mokshi Jain. I am studying in 9th standard. I would like to ask you a question that how can I score out of marks in languages for board exams, because it's very difficult, and would also like if you can help or give some suggestions to focus on which all areas.
Thank you so much. This is very, very important question, and dear to all the students. First of all, tension mat lena, relax, padhai karna. Secondly, what has happened, because of this new normal, hum likhte nahi. So start practicing with your hand. हर रोज लिखना बहुत है, हाथ से लिखना है। और पता है any language, what is important is we should be able to quote few poets हो या authors हो। फिर हमें ग्रामर सीखना है, कोई भी लैंग्वेज का ग्रामर हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह से आना चाहिए। ओनली देन वी कैन रियली स्कोर वेल। और वो क्वेश्चन पेपर जो रहता है ना, उसका थोड़ा ध्यान से पढ़ना चाहिए, एंड देन वी शुड बी एबल टू सी कि ओके व्हाट इज इन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, what is there in the second, and according to that you should study. You also should start few question papers at home and see how much time you can score, you can give for each and every question. That is very important. और मैं फिर से आपको बोल रही हूँ कि आप हाथ से लिखने का प्रैक्टिस करो, because we all have lost practice. And then we have offline board examination, 10th हो या 12th हो, और आपको क्या होता है, आपका मन आगे आगे दौड़ता है और हाथ नहीं दौड़ता. So that will not help you at all. So I really request all of you to practice a lot with your hands. Handwriting अच्छा होना चाहिए. First impression is the last impression. जब हम, जैसे मैं मॉडरेटर हूँ या एग्जामिनर, जब मैं आपका पेपर देखती हूँ और आपका हैंडराइटिंग यदि गंदा हो ना, मुझे मन नहीं करता कि आपको बहुत मार्क्स दे दे. तो इतना इम्प्रेस करो, और एग्जामिनर को उनको लगना चाहिए कि अरे क्या बढ़िया पेपर है, क्या बढ़िया पढ़ाई की है. और आप पूरा you all will be able to really do well, I'm sure. So study hard और relax मन से करना, टेंशन नहीं लेना. Thank you.
धन्यवाद केलकर मैम, आपने किए मार्गदर्शन से मुझे यकीन है कि भाषा का अभ्यास बहुत अच्छी तरह से बच्चे करेंगे और यश प्राप्त करेंगे. अब हम एक वीडियो देखेंगे.
Hello everyone, Myself, CA Nikhil Parmar. I am born and brought up in a Marwadi family, and during the school times, I was exposed to the languages like English, Hindi, Marathi, and Sanskrit. In day to day life, from childhood onwards, while interacting with the family, friends, and the other peoples which I met, there was use of all the languages which I used to know, and I even got to learn the Gujarati language from them. Further, in my professional life, I met with the various people, and while interacting with them, the use of the languages which I used to know helped me in explaining the things conveniently to the people I met and making them the things understand easily. Thank you, and I even thanks Mansi madam and Savita madam for giving me this opportunity.
ग्रेट निखिल, हमें बहुत अभिमान है कि आप हमारे पास स्टूडेंट हो. Now moving towards our next question from Mitwa Jain. Over to you, Mitwa.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. I'm Mitwa Jain, studying in 9th standard. I have a question related to our today's topic. Apart from German, French, and Spanish, which other language can be pursued?
वह पूछना चाहती है कि जर्मन, फ्रेंच और स्पेनिश के अलावा किन अन्य भाषाओं का अधिक अध्ययन किया जा सकता है. Over to you, Kelkar ma'am.
Thank you, Mitwa, for a lovely question. Yeah, see, if you're planning to go to Europe, then you should have European languages, that is German, Spanish, or French. Suppose you want to go to East Asia, then you can even learn Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. Or West Asia, में यदि you're thinking of going, then Arabic, Persian, Turkish. It can be, any language, but you should be able to master it. You should learn it properly. Study literature, see the special cuisine of that country, try to speak with the native speaker. See, ultimately what matters is any language you are interested in, you should learn that language and try to speak with native speakers. See, nowadays, because of internet, it has become very easy. You have friends on Facebook, your friends on WhatsApp, और आप उनके साथ वही language में बातें करने का प्रयास करो. Secondly, on the internet, you get the pronunciation. So whether I'm pronouncing that language correctly, तो सेल्फ हेल्प के लिए आजकल इतने सारे वीडियोस है. कोई भी लैंग्वेज आप सीखना चाहती हो, इट कैन बी एनी इंडियन लैंग्वेज, एनी फॉरेन लैंग्वेज फॉर दैट मैटर, यू शुड यू शुड मास्टर इट. वही मेरा एडवाइस है कि आप कोई भी भाषा सीखे तो मास्टरी करनी चाहिए. और स्पेनिश हो या इटालियन हो या कोई भी लैंग्वेज हो, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ स्कोप फॉर एनी इंडियन लैंग्वेज एंड एनी फॉरेन लैंग्वेज. You should just master it. That's my advice.
थैंक यू मैम. आपकी जानकारी के अनुसार बच्चे विस्तार से जान पाए हैं और उन्हें एक अच्छा दृष्टिकोण मिला है. अब हम अगला वीडियो देखते हैं.
Hello everyone, I'm Rujita. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Savita Kelkar ma'am and Marulkar ma'am for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences with you. So my journey of learning German started in 11th standard when I moved to Pune because I wanted to learn German. Since then, it has been an amazing journey so far. I did my bachelor's in German from Ferguson College, and after that I worked in Skoda out of Volkswagen for 2 years. I will now be going to Germany to pursue my higher studies to get an MBA from Germany in August this year. So learning a different language is actually not very difficult for us because we already grew up in a multilingual setting. We are exposed to a lot of languages around us, but what makes German different from other languages is the way it is taught. German is generally taught in a very interactive manner, and you have a lot of games, activities, and other events happening around. So, that is actually a very interesting hobby to have. Apart from that, it definitely opens your doors to other opportunities. In my case, I got a scholarship by the German Academic Exchange Service, DAAD, and I could go to Germany for a 1 month summer course. And even otherwise, you also have a lot of opportunities because of the German industry in and around Pune. So even if you're pursuing something else as your career, having German as a second skill set is always a nice thing to have. So I would really like to wish all of you all the best in your studies and in starting with German language. Und ich wünsche euch alles Gute, which is all the best in German. Thank you. Bye.
Great. All the best.
Morning to one and all. Myself, Harsh Jain, class. Ma'am, what are the importance of Indian language on a global platform?
हर्ष पूछना चाहता है, जागतिक स्तर पर भारतीय भाषा का क्या महत्व है? Over to you, Kelkar ma'am.
Thank you, Harsh. See, many foreigners are coming nowadays to India for business sake. They want to learn yoga. They want to learn Indian dance, yeah, Indian cuisine. And then, so many people are coming here. So this, all the languages, like whichever state they're going in, all the languages are becoming important. Secondly, Sanskrit has been taught in many foreign schools nowadays because Sanskrit helps to develop your brain in a different way. So Sanskrit shlokas have been taught, especially in Scotland and all, I'll quote an example. I have a student who is teaching Sanskrit in Heidelberg, So, and also there are few universities in the US where Marathi is taught. So maybe also we have other states where, because so many people are going in abroad and studying there and settling there. So more and more Indian languages are going there. Now I will quote another example. My teacher, Niti Badve, she has written a book to learn Marathi as foreign language. And it's systematically taught. And it's very interesting. And many foreigners use that book and try to learn Marathi. Secondly, my father wrote a book named Why Rose Has Thorn, Gulabala Kate. 2 lines, translated it in different languages. They helped me translate. So we also many Indian languages, like we have it in Khasi, we have it in Udiya, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Urdu. So all these languages, they're so rich in culture. So if you know 2 Indian languages well, then you can even be an interpreter or translator, or you can go there in that state and you can do so many things also with our language. And able to do well. So you have to master our languages as well. मी जर मराठी बोलत असले ना तर मला मराठीतच बोलता आलं पाहिजे. मी हिंदी बोलत असले तर हिंदी, जर्मन बोलत असले तर जर्मन आणि इंग्लिश बोलत असले तर इंग्लिश. सो whichever language I am talking, I should be able to master it. आणि त्याच्यासाठी खूप अवांतर वाचन करा. I will advise you that try to read different authors. Even in the examination, you're asking me how you can score better. So if you quote different poets or different authors, you can really impress the examiners well. So be a proud Indian. That's what I tell you. You will be able to do well, learn the languages properly, and enjoy while learning those languages.
धन्यवाद मैम. हमें पता ही नहीं था कि हमारी भारतीय भाषाओं को विदेश में इतना महत्व प्राप्त है. इस जानकारी के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Now let's move on to our next question from Ishan Pardeshi. Over to you, Ishan.
Hello everyone, good morning. I, Ishan Pardeshi, studying in 9th standard. I would like to ask a question. What are the career opportunities available after learning languages?
ईशान पूछना चाहता है, भाषा सीखने के बाद करियर के कौन से अवसर उपलब्ध है? Over to you, Kelkar ma'am.
Thanks, Ishan, for this question. See, you can be a teacher, a private tutor, online tutor. You can be a college lecturer or a faculty. You can, even write children's books. That is very, very flourishing career nowadays. You can be a translator. You can be an interpreter. Then you can do international sales marketing. You can suppose I want Italian, for example, and I'm in Italy, and maybe I can get a job as hotel manager. So, you do two things, one professional, and addition to that, you can also learn a language. You can be linguistic tour guide. I know so many people when they go to Jaipur and those Germans, they are there and they explain everything in German. And then, so, you can learn any language and you can be a tour guide. Then you can be also a flight attendant. You can be a blogger or a speaker or a seller. You can also have career on YouTube or podcaster. Nowadays, there are so many careers you can have. So after learning any language, I always feel that you should also you should know a language, but also you should master another skill with that. So it will really help you to do well in life. Thank you.
धन्यवाद केलकर मैम। आपके किए हुए मार्गदर्शन से अब मुझे लगता है कि आगे चलकर बच्चे भाषा को ही अपना करियर चुनेंगे। Savita ma'am, I would like to appreciate your patience to answer all the questions of the parents and the students. पहले हम अब वीडियो देखेंगे।
Hi, I'm Ishani Joshi. I have a master's in German translation from Jawaharlal Nehru University, and I've been working as a freelance translator for the last 2 years and have an experience of working with a company, Volkswagen, for 5 years before that. As of course, as a translator too. And so I think my love for languages started right in school when I have, I used to look forward to getting the school textbooks every year, and especially the language textbooks, because I would end up reading English, Hindi, Marathi textbooks before the summer vacation ended. I was introduced to German when I was in 7th standard. Unlike you all, I didn't have German in school because I grew up in a place which was between a city, not a city, it was actually a small town and a village, so something between that. And so we had, of course, limited language options and also teachers. So in that sense, I think I feel very lucky that I got this opportunity to learn German in 7th standard in my summer vacation. And I did a course with Ferguson College, and which Dr. Savita Kelkar actually recommended, and that's how I ended up doing it. After that, my interest for German developed a lot, and in 10th standard, like during my board's preparation in 10th standard, actually, I would end up secretly reading my 7th standard notebook, as in the German course that I had done, because I had been enrolled to a Max Müller-Bauern course, the first course, and I was really looking forward to it. So I think that's where my career really, started, and I think that experience was very important in shaping my entire career. So I think after that, all the opportunities that I've had in terms of going to Germany, be it on scholarships or for work later, I think it has opened up a lot of doors, and it has, helped shape me as a person as well. I have sort of evolved and grown as a person, because when you get the opportunity to experience a new culture, you also end up learning a lot more about your own, because you sort of tell it to other people and people from other cultures, so you actually have a better and deeper understanding of your own culture as well. So I would say that again, a career in languages is wonderful, actually liking a particular subject is, or field is really something, and having the aptitude for it is also really important. So I think it is best to also get exposed to, like, it's nice that you guys are already learning German, but I think you should also, if you have the chance, you should definitely give a shot at learning a couple of more languages, like at least the basics of it, to also get a feel of it. And at times you feel at home at a language, with a language. So that is the case for me with German. So I think it is best to also explore what is available and learn a couple of new languages, and along with that also assess what kind of career opportunities these languages are offering. I mean, not only in terms of having core, um, as in language skill as your core skill, but also combining it with other fields such as engineering, medicine, or be it business administration, or even art for that matter. So these things will definitely, I mean, learning a language will also open up so many options in those countries, or even in sort of workspaces which have a collaboration between the two countries. So yeah, I think that will be my advice to you, that you also definitely sort of explore more, learn more, and even if the language doesn't help you with your career as such directly, it will definitely help, like, shape you up as a person, and it will add a couple more facets to your personality and overall as a human being. If you have any questions, or there are any further people I could connect you to, I'll be very happy to.
Oh, I would just like to quote one more example I remembered. I have a niece who studied French here in India, and now she is in France, in Paris, and she is teaching English as foreign language to French people through French language. So see, look at the opportunity she got. She studied French, but now she is and teaching you learn as many studies and be proud to be an.
धन्यवाद केलकर मैम। आपके किए हुए मार्गदर्शन से अब मुझे लगता है कि बच्चे आगे चलकर भाषा को अपना करियर चुनेंगे। Savita ma'am, I would like to appreciate your patience to answer all the questions of the parents and the students. Your valuable guidance will definitely help our students to score better and explore more languages here on. Your vast knowledge has given all of us a broader horizon about language. Thank you once again, Kelkar ma'am. Now I hand over the session to Mansi ma'am.
To know that 100 in the world, and in India we speak 60 languages, and I want to tell you that in Acharya Sri Vijay Vallabh school, we give opportunity to the students to learn 5 languages out of 60. That is English, Marathi, Hindi, Sanskrit, and German. Of course, the interaction was fabulous, and the guidance today that we have received from Kelkar madam is definitely going to help our students to create interest in all the languages, to excel our students in various competitions such as essay writing, elocution, debate competition, etc. Thank you so much, Kelkar madam. Thank you. Over to you, Suchitra ma'am.
Thank you, Mansi ma'am. Now I hand over to Anjali ma'am to propose vote of thanks.
Before I propose my vote of thanks, I really would like to, or rather love to mention what Savita ma'am just said during her presentation, that you need to master your culture first before you learn a foreign language. So I think it was a takeaway for all the viewers today, that we need to value our country and our culture before we move on to a foreign language or a foreign land. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning again to all those who are listening and viewing and present here. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose this vote of thanks for this Sunday webinar. So at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, we aim at to become spiritually conscious and socially responsible. And that is the journey we believe that all the staff and the students working at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School should have. I would like to thank our chairman, sir, Subhashji Parmar, sir, for encouraging such knowledge expanding seminars every Sunday. Honorable chief guest for the special seminar, Mrs. Savita Kelkar. Ma'am, we deem it our proud privilege to have you with us today. Your presence and words of wisdom have raised a source of energy within our students. And it is definitely going to help them learn languages better and achieve success in everything that they do. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to mention a special thank you to our respected principal, Mrs. Mansi Marulkar, for balancing the academic and all the extracurricular activities that go on in school in the most profound manner. Thank you to all the section principals from the primary and pre-primary section. I would like to mention a special thank you to all the trust members of the school for believing in all the ideas that we implement and allowing us to take them forward in a most profound manner. And definitely our Sunday hour is a successful activity because of all the hard work and dedication that our teachers and the staff members at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School put in. So a special thank you to them too. It was a wonderful seminar. So thank you to all the people, especially Savita ma'am, who was present here with us today. And I would request everyone to stay tuned for the next seminar, which is going to be conducted on the next Sunday again. So see you all then. I would request the technical team to take forward the session. Thank you so much.
Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune, India. Thanks all our viewers for giving their overwhelming response. Thanks to our today's eminent speaker. A special thanks to our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar. A big thanks to our organizing team, Mrs. Manasi Marulkar, Principal, Mr. Kalpesh Darji, Team Leader, Mrs. Suchitra Kulkarni, Teacher, Mrs. Anjali Parmar, Teacher, Mrs. Itisha Shah, Teacher, Miss Bhavika Rathod, Teacher, Miss Urvisha Rathod, Teacher, Mrs. Aparna Dhaigude. Once again, thank you all. Thank you all. Forward seeing you next Sunday for yet another interesting webinar. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.